everybody, welcome to the Runderwear Pilates session. This is your fourth session. It's getting close to the Festival of Running, so I hope you've enjoyed the Pilates sessions working on those core muscles. So we've had an introduction to Pilates, that was our week one. We've had a session on the glutes and we've had a session on the abs. This fourth session is going to be focusing on our upper body area, and I think we all underestimate actually how much our upper body will help with our running. It will be driving you up those hills, so really trying to get that good upper body mobility and that upper body strength will help with your running performance and your running technique. You don't need any equipment for this session, just a mat if you've got one and a small hand towel just for support for your head, or you can use a small cushion. If you have got any questions, please feel free just to drop a comment in the comments box below and we will get back to you. Lastly, just please don't push into any pain or discomfort and just work at the level that you feel comfortable with. Okay, so we're going to warm up to start with, so if you can come into your standing position on your mats, you're going to stand with your feet hip distance apart, and just remember a little tip to find that is to pop the heel in the arch of one foot and twist the foot around. We're going to gently rock forwards and backwards onto our toes and our heels, and then when you're ready, just settle in the centre of your feet. Make sure you've got equal weight bearing between both of your feet, and we want to think about distributing our weight between the base of the big toes, the little toes and the heels. Thinking about the arches of the feet now and just gently lifting those arches away from the mat slightly just to get nice and active through those foot muscles. Keeping your knees just softly bent for me, we're going to find our nice neutral pelvic position. So just pop your hands on your hips, you're going to tilt your pelvis forward. So stick your bottom out and then tuck your bottom underneath you. Just do that a few times just to loosen off through that low back and pelvis area. And then when you're ready, you're going to rest halfway between those two positions. So you should feel like you're tucking the tailbone slightly underneath you. Start to feel a little bit of activation through that bottom muscle and through those lower tummy muscles as well. Think about relaxing the ribs down into the tummy and then taking some focus to your upper body. So we want to think about just relaxing through the tops of the shoulders. So slide your shoulder blades, the bottoms of your shoulder blades, down towards your hips. So you feel a little bit of activation through the muscle at the bottoms of the shoulders. We're going to focus on that a little bit more as we come into our class. Okay, and then I want you to think about your head position. So imagine you've got a big helium balloon and it's lifting you up from the top of your head, so you're feeling nice and lengthened through the back of the neck as well. When you're ready, you're going to take a big breath in. As you breathe out, reach both arms up to the ceiling and you're going to interlace your hands. You're going to push the hands away from you. Take a big breath in as you reach away, and then as you breathe out, start circling those arms around. Okay, so just really thinking about getting those good rotations, opening up through the chest as you take those arms back behind you and getting some good extension into your mid-back. So that can get quite stiff, so particularly if you sit for your job, and also with running we can get a bit of stiffness in through our mid-back and create a bit of tension through the tops of the shoulders and into the neck. Okay, change direction for me. Excellent. And we're going to go for another 3, 2, and 1. Good. Resting in the centre, push those hands away, take a big breath in, and then as you breathe out, release the left arm down by your side. You're going to stretch over to the left, take a big breath in there to feel the stretch, and breathe out and release and change. Stretching over to the right, take a nice deep breath in, and breathe out and release. Take hold of the right wrist now. You're going to side bend over to the left, and just distract that left arm away from you. So big breath in there, and breathe out and release, and then swap sides, taking hold of that left wrist and distract that arm away from you. Take a big breath in and then breathing out and releasing. We're going to interlace our hands, pop the hands behind your head, take a big breath in now and push those elbows back and breathe out and release. Breathing in, pushing back, breathe out and release. So again, working on some extension in through your mid-back area, really opening up through the front of the chest. Excellent. Last 3 for me. And 2, and last one. Good. Releasing from there, pushing the arms back up to the ceiling and pushing the hands away. Take a big breath in and then breathe out and release from there. We're going to bring the arms in front of us now, just making a light fist. You're going to take a breath in. As you breathe out, rotate round to the left and then come back to the centre and swap sides. Excellent. So keeping the hips pointing forwards at here, so we get that good rotation through your mid-back. Excellent, well done. Keep it going. We'll just do one more on each side. Good. And then from there, you're going to release the arms down by your sides. We're going to come into our running man. So just standing on your left leg, just having that good knee bend, keeping the foot nice and relaxed. And then when you're ready, bringing the right knee up with your left arm and then swapping. Excellent. Well done. So what I want you to think about here is you're keeping that good upper body posture. You're sliding those shoulder blades down your back towards your hips and just releasing any tension through the top of the shoulders and up into the neck. So often what can happen when we're running, we will tense through our fingers, creating that big grip in through our hands. We'll think about raising the shoulders up to your ears as things start to get a little bit harder. But that's using energy on muscles that we don't need to be thinking about when we are running. So think about relaxing through those shoulders. Just allow any tension to be released here. Excellent. And we're going to go for another 3, 2, and 1. Good. We're going to swap sides. So coming onto your right side this time. Good knee bend and keep that knee in line with the foot. And then when you're ready, left knee coming up with the right arm and then swapping. Excellent. Thinking about that good stability through that right side and thinking about relaxing through the shoulders. Okay. Excellent. Keep it going. Well done. And we're going to stick here for another 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Good. Releasing from there. Just give the legs and arms a good shake out, and then when you're ready, you're going to come and stand at the end of your mat, and we're going to go into our roll down. So feet underneath your hips. Take a big breath in. As you breathe out, reach the arms up to the ceiling. Take a big breath in there, and then as you breathe out, just lower the heels and the arms. Tuck the chin down and slowly release through the neck, through the mid-back, through the low back, through the pelvis. Keep the knees nice and soft here. Take a big breath in when you get to the bottom. As you breathe out, tuck the tailbone underneath you. Slowly put the weight back through the spine, just gently drawing in through the low tummy. And then lastly, just coming up with your head and neck. Okay, we're going to go again. So up onto your toes, reach the arms up and away. Take a big breath in. And then as you breathe out, just lowering the heels and the arms, tuck the chin down, slowly releasing. Keeping those knees nice and soft, just going to where you feel able to, taking a big breath in at the bottom, and then as you breathe out here, we're going to bend our knees and you're going to lower yourselves down onto the mat, and we're going to start off on our tummies. So if you can just take a towel, just unfold it slightly, and we're just going to rest our forehead onto our towels. If you're using a cushion, just pop your forehead to the front of the cushion for me. Arms are going to go down by your sides. You want to think about getting yourself nice and neutral in this position. So your feet are going to be hip distance apart. So they're going to be in line with your knees, your hips and your shoulders. And your head's going to be going down through the centre. You want to get your pelvis neutral in this position. So if you can stick your bottom out and then tuck your bottom underneath you. And then just rest halfway between those two positions. Okay, so the pubic bone is just resting lightly on the mat there. So when you're ready, rest your forehead down. We're going to take a breath in. As we breathe out, we're going to lift the arms up off the mat, reach the fingertips down towards your heels, and if you feel comfortable, just a little lift with the forehead. Hold for your in-breath, and then breathing out and releasing and lowering. So when you're ready, going again, lifting those arms up, reaching those fingertips down, a little lift with the forehead, holding for your in-breath, and then releasing and lowering. Keep going with that. What I want you to think about is you're opening up through the fronts of the shoulders. You're reaching those fingertips down. Really thinking about activating those muscles through the bottoms of the shoulder blades. So you're sliding those shoulder blades down your back towards your hips. Those are your lower trapezius muscles. Those are the ones that are going to help you with your posture. Okay, so thinking about opening up. Excellent. Often we're quite dominant through the tops of the shoulders, and that can create quite a bit of tension in through those shoulders when you're running. So thinking about this, sliding those shoulder blades down when you're running as well will help with that good posture. Okay, last 3 for me. And last 2. And then if you can stay lifted on your last one, so you're going to stay lifted, and we're going to do little pulses up and down with those hands. So just pulsing up and down. Excellent. Well done. Keep it going, keeping the back of the neck nice and long so the eye gaze stays down in front of you. Little pulses here, and we're going to pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release and lower back down from there. Excellent. From here, we're going to come into our press up. So if you can come up onto your hands and knees. So picking your level of press up, you can either keep your knees just underneath your hips, hands shoulder distance apart, but a little bit further forwards than the level of your shoulders. And you're going to lower the nose down between the hands. So that's your level 1. Level 2, walk your knees back a little bit, walk your hands forwards a little bit, and you're going to lower the front of your thighs down to the mat. Okay? Or level 3 into your full press up. Okay, so pick your level. What you want to think about is that good upper body position, so you're sliding those shoulder blades down your back again, and keep the back of the neck nice and long, so our eye gaze stays down, looking down at our hands. Okay, so when you're ready, we're going to do 8 to 10 press ups. We're then going to come into our shell stretch, and we're going to repeat that 3 times. Okay, so when you're ready, taking a breath in, as you breathe out, going into your press up, breathing in, pushing away. Breathing out, lowering down, breathing in, pushing away. Keep it going 8 to 10, or you can squeeze in a few more if you want to. Pick your level, so nose between your hands, front of the thighs going down, or into your full press up. Excellent. Well done. When you've done those 8 to 10, coming into your shell stretch, so just sitting back on your heels, reaching those arms forwards. Take a couple of deep breaths in. Excellent. And then when you're ready, we're going to do that again. So coming into your press up position, pick your level, and off you go. Breathing out to lower down, breathing in to push away. Okay, so nose between the hands, front of the thighs going down, or into your full press up. Remember, keep that good upper body position, back of the neck stays long, so eye gaze stays down and directly in front of us. Excellent. Doing your 8 to 10. Well done. Okay, and then when you've done those, coming into your shell stretch, sitting back through those heels and reaching the arms forwards, just taking a couple of deep breaths in. Well done. And then from there, we're going to come into our 4-point kneeling position. So knees are going to be underneath the hips, hands shoulder distance apart, but just a little bit further forwards than the level of your shoulders. You're going to slide the shoulder blades down your back towards your hips and keep the back of the neck nice and long again, so our eyes are looking down at our fingers. Okay, if you feel comfortable, you're going to curl your toes underneath you, or those toes can stay flat on the mat. And we're just going to find our nice neutral position, so if you can stick your bottom out, tuck your bottom underneath you and just rest halfway between those 2 positions. When you're ready, we're going to take a breath in. As we breathe out, we're going to hover both knees up off the mat. Breathe in to hold, and then breathe out to lower back down again. Okay, so taking a breath in, as you breathe out, hovering those knees up, breathe in to hold, and then breathe out to lower back down again. Okay, so keep going with that. If you want to make that a little bit harder, if you walk your hands forwards just a little bit more, you're going to hover the knees up, transfer your weight over your hands, and then come back to your hover, and then lower back down from there. Okay, so into your hover, transfer your weight over, come back to your hover, and then lower back down. So pick your level, thinking about sliding those shoulder blades down your back, keep the back of the neck nice and long, so we're really thinking about that good upper body position. Excellent. Well done. Okay, keep it going. And whichever level you're on, if you can just do 3 more for me. And on our last one, we're going to stay lifted if we can, just for a little bit longer. Excellent. So when you're ready, on your last one, either staying in your hover or stretching your legs away, we're going to hold. So we're going to slide those shoulder blades down, keep the back of the neck nice and long. Excellent. Draw that tummy muscle up away from the mat. Well done. And we're going to hold here for another 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to your hover, lower those knees down, sit back into your shell stretch, reach those arms forwards, try and get the forearms flat onto the mat here, and take some nice deep breaths in, so really expanding the rib cage out as you breathe in, and let the rib cage just soften down as you breathe out. Excellent, well done. Just one more big breath in. And then as you breathe out, we're going to come into our plank position. So just coming onto your elbows and thinking about that nice neutral position again. So you're tucking that tailbone slightly underneath you. We're sliding the shoulder blades down our back. Back of the neck stays nice and long again. And then picking your level of plank, either level 1 where we're lifting the front of the thighs and pelvis up off the mat, or if you feel happy, straightening your legs and coming into your full plank position. Okay, so off you go, picking your level, either keeping those knees down or coming into your full plank, focusing on this upper body. So releasing any tension through the tops of the shoulders. We're sliding those shoulder blades down, back of the neck stays long, so we stay looking down at our fingertips. Excellent. Draw that tummy muscle up and away. Keep the bottom in line with the spine. Well done. Keep it going. Excellent. Well done. Staying nice and strong here, guys. Keep those shoulders sliding down even as it starts to get harder. Well done. Okay, so from here you can stay in this static position, or if you want to, we're going to go into a walking plank. So you're going to push up on your left hand, push up on your right hand, come down onto your right elbow, down onto your left. Okay, so pushing up, up, down and down. You can stay with your static plank, you can do this on your knees. Okay, so pick the level that you feel comfortable with. Excellent. Really thinking about that good strength through the upper body. It's going to help you power up those hills. Well done. And we're going to keep going for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then staying in your static plank just to finish off here, either on your knees or in your full plank. Keep that good upper body position, sliding those shoulder blades down. Keep looking down at the hands in front of you, keeping that good length through the back of the neck. Excellent. Okay, let's hold here just to finish off for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release and lower down. Well done, guys. Okay, into your Cobra from here. So we're going to pop our hands underneath our shoulders. You're going to imagine you've got a little marble in front of your nose, and you're going to roll the marble forwards with the nose to slowly come up through your chest. Resting onto your forearms there, so you can stick with that, just sliding those shoulder blades down, or if you feel happy, just fully extend the arms just to come into your full Cobra, feeling that good stretch into the low back, but keep those shoulders nice and relaxed. Take a big breath in here. Excellent. And then breathing out, just bending the arms, slowly lower down through the rib cage, through the chest, and tuck that little marble back underneath your nose. Good. Okay, from here we're going to come onto our sides, and we're going to go into our side bend position now. So if you can, again, just cushion your elbow onto your towel or your little pillow. We're going to have our knees bent up and our heels in line with our bottoms. We're going to tilt this top hip down towards our heels and really think about that good stability through the shoulder. Okay, so just sinking that shoulder down, just releasing any tension through the tops of the shoulders and into the neck. So with your side bend, I'll talk you through the different levels. Choose the level that you feel comfortable with. So first level, keep the hips down, taking a breath in. As you breathe out, reach the top arm up and over. And then breathe in, come back down again. Second level, push through the hand to lift the hips up, breathing in to lower. Third level is to lift up and lengthen, and then lower back down. Okay, so you're breathing out to lift if you want to think about the breathing, and breathing in to lower. If you want to make this a little bit harder, your last level is to have your legs out straight, lower the top leg in front of the bottom leg, and then lifting and lowering from there. Okay, so we're thinking about this good stability through the shoulder, really good strengthening, just working on that upper body weight bearing. Excellent. Well done. We're thinking about shifting the top hip up, working those oblique muscles. Okay, and we're going to go for 4 and 3, last 2, and stay lifted on your last one. Okay, staying lifted whichever level you're choosing, shifting that top hip up, thinking about that good stability through the shoulder. Excellent. We're going to hold here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release and lower down. Well done. Just give those shoulders a good roll around, and then when you're ready, if you can pop onto the other side for me. And you're just going to prop yourself up onto your elbow, sink that shoulder down so you've got that good stability through that weight-bearing arm, knees bent up and heels in line with your bottom. Tilt that top hip down, and then when you're ready, pick your level, so hips can stay down, lifting and lowering that top arm. You can push through the hand to lift the hips up off the mat, okay, or you can lift and lengthen, lifting your hips and your arm. Okay, otherwise, last level is legs out straight, lowering that top leg in front of the bottom leg, and then lifting and lowering from there. If you want to think about your breathing, breathing out to lift, and breathing in to lower. Keeping that good stability through that weight-bearing arm. Excellent. Well done. Thinking about shifting those hips up, so working through those oblique muscles, the muscles through the sides of the tummy that are closest to the mat. Excellent. Keep it going. And we're going to go for another 4. And last 3. 2 more. And on your last one, if you can stay lifted, whichever level you're choosing, shifting that top hip up, sink that shoulder down on that weight-bearing arm. Excellent. And we're going to hold here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release and lowering down from there. Well done. Just give that shoulder a good roll around, and then when you're ready, you're going to come onto your back for me. So if you can come into your lying position, make sure your head's supported on your towel or your little pillow. We're going to get ourselves nice and neutral. So if you can pop your feet so they are hip distance apart, they're going to be in line with your knees, your hips and your shoulders, and head's going to be going down through the centre. Just rock your pelvis forwards and backwards. And then when you're ready, rest halfway between those two positions. So if you want to take a little check, you can just get your hand in between the low back and the mat there. Think about relaxing the ribs into the tummy. Keep the shoulders nice and relaxed as well. So you're letting the shoulders just sink down onto the mat, and slide the shoulder blades down your back towards your hips. Just a little chin tuck down towards your chest, just to lengthen at the back of the neck for me. Okay, so when you're ready, we're going to come into our tabletop position. So either single tabletop with your right leg, or if you feel happy, tensing those tummy muscles, lower the ribs down towards the belly button as you slowly bring the left leg up to come into your double tabletop position. We're going to take both arms up to the ceiling, palms are facing in towards the body, and we're going to take a breath in. As we breathe out, we're going to stretch the right leg, left arm away from you, and then breathe in, come back in again. Double tabletoppers, you're going to swap sides, and single tabletoppers, just focusing on your right leg and left arm. Okay, so opposite arm, opposite leg, excellent. Thinking about drawing in through those tummy muscles, thinking about that little gap in between the low back and the mat that needs to stay exactly the same. Thinking about that good arm elevation, just go within the range that you feel comfortable. Excellent, well done. Okay, if you're in single tabletop, if you can swap sides for me now, and double tabletop is, keep going. Well done, breathing out to go out, breathing in to come back in again. Excellent. Okay, if you're in double tabletop, just 2 more on each side for me now, and single tabletoppers, if you can do 4 more now on that left leg. Excellent. And then when you've done those, if you can lower one leg down at a time, if you're in your double tabletop, lower the arms down from there. We're going to go into our bridge now, so just walk your heels up towards your bottom. And when you're ready, you're going to take a breath in. As you breathe out, rock the pelvis back, so push the small of your back into the mat, squeeze through those bottom muscles, push through the feet to slowly come up onto your shoulders. From there, you're going to reach both arms up above the head. Try and get them down onto the mat behind you if you can. Keep them there and take a big breath in. And then as you breathe out, slowly lower down through the top of the spine first. Think about releasing just one vertebra at a time. Feel that good stretch through the back as you come down. And then lastly, just untucking through the pelvis and lowering the arms down from there. We're going to go again, so taking a breath in, as you breathe out, curl that pelvis back, good squeeze into those glutes, lifting up onto your shoulders, reach the arms up, leave them there. Take a breath in as you breathe out, slowly releasing the vertebrae at the top of the spine first, just slowly untucking, and then the last thing to release is the pelvis, and then lower the arms back down. We'll just do one more like that, so taking a breath in, as you breathe out, curling up, good squeeze into those glutes at the top, raise both arms up, allow them to lower down onto the mat if you can, big breath in at the top, as you breathe out, slowly releasing through the top of the spine, feel that good stretch as you slowly release, and then lastly, untucking through the pelvis and lowering the arms down by your sides. Excellent, we're going to finish off with a double leg stretch, so when you're ready, just walk your feet a little bit further away from your bottom, reset your pelvis position, so rocking forwards and backwards and resting halfway between. Just check you've got that little gap in between the low back and the mat. Keeping the shoulders nice and relaxed, we're going to come into our tabletop position, so either single tabletop with your right leg, or if you feel happy, lower the ribs down into the tummy and slowly bring that left leg up to come into your double tabletop. If you're in double tabletop, just glue your feet and knees together. We're all going to take both arms up towards the ceiling with the palms facing in towards the body. And then when you're ready, you're going to take a breath in. As we breathe out, we're going to stretch your legs, so either the right leg or both legs away from you, and reach the arms up above the head, and then breathe in, slowly come back in again. Breathing out to stretch out, and breathing in to come back in again. Excellent. Just in terms of your range of movement on the legs, so obviously the lower you go, the more you need to be working those tummy muscles. You want to make sure you're keeping that little gap in between the low back and the mat exactly the same, okay? If you feel that's getting a bit bigger as those legs are going away, just take your legs a little bit higher up the wall. Remember, you can be doing this in single tabletop or in your double tabletop position, thinking about that good elevation with the arms as you reach up. Well done. If you're in single tabletop, if you can swap sides for me, and double tabletop is, keep going. Just finishing off here. Excellent. Use your breath to help you. Slow it down with your breath if you can. Breathing out to go out, breathing in to come back in again. We're all going to go for another 5 and 4 and last 3 for me. Good. Finishing off with 2 more, nice and strong. And last one. Excellent. And then releasing from there, just bring those knees into your chest, hug them up nice and tight, and just gently rock from side to side. Good. Okay, so when you're ready, we're going to have a good stretch out from there. So if you can pop your feet onto the mat and just glue your feet and knees together, just pop your arms nice and wide out to the side. We're going to take a breath in. As you breathe out, let the knees go to the right, let your head go to the left. Breathe in to feel a good stretch there through the spine. And then breathing out to change and just swapping sides. Let the knees go to the left, head to the right, nice deep breath in. And then breathing out, just changing, 1 more in each direction. Breathing in when you're over there. And then breathing out, just last one, taking those knees over to the left, head to the right, nice big breath in when you're there. And then breathing out, and we're going to release from there. Okay, we're just going to have a little stretch through our lower and upper body. So if you can just pop your right foot onto your left knee, you can just push that right knee away, or you can hold between your legs and hold around the back of the left leg. Just coming into your glute stretch, so just drawing that left knee up towards you if you are holding around the back of that leg, and really trying to push that right knee away from you so you're feeling that good stretch into the hip and glutes, and just allowing that muscle to release with your breath. So nice deep breath in and long slow breaths out. Excellent, well done. Just 1 more big breath in. And then as you breathe out, just release that stretch. You're going to swap sides, so pop your left foot onto the right knee this time. You can just push that left knee away, or hold between your legs and hold around the back of that right leg, and just draw that right knee up towards you, feeling that good stretch into your left hip and glutes. Excellent, just allow that muscle to release. Nice deep breaths in, and long slow breaths out. Excellent, well done. And just 1 more big breath in, and then as you breathe out, just releasing that stretch. We're going to come up into high kneeling now, so if you can come into your kneeling position, We're going to come and kneel on our right knee, just cushion your knee onto your towel or your pillow if you want to. You're going to step forwards with the left leg, and we're going to think about just tucking the tailbone underneath us on our right side to start with, to feel a good opening up through the front of that right hip. And then if you want to, just bring your weight forwards over onto that left leg to feel that extra little stretch through those hip flexors. And then reach the right arm up and over and feel that good stretch through the side of the body, down through the front of the hip as well. Excellent. Just allow those hip flexors to release off. Get that good stretch through the upper body as well. So really reaching those fingertips up and over. Well done. And just take a big breath in and breathe out and release. Good. From there, we're going to pop our hands onto our mats. We're going to pop them down and we're going to have our left hand inside of our left leg. We're going to take our right arm and we're going to reach it up towards the ceiling. So feeling that good rotational stretch through your back, opening up through the chest on that right arm. And also, just with your left arm, just try and give your left leg a little bit of pressure out to the side. So you should feel a good opening up through that left hip as well. Excellent. Just reach those fingertips away from you. Just take a big breath in and then breathe out and release. We're going to come into our upright position and just swap sides. So kneeling on that left knee this time. Step forwards with the right leg, tuck the tailbone underneath you so you feel that stretch through the hip flexor, and then taking your weight forwards over onto your right leg if you want to, and then reaching that left arm up and over. So feeling that good stretch through the side of the body. Just really think about lengthening through the arm as well. Excellent. Just taking some nice deep breaths in. Long, slow breaths out. Well done. Just one more big breath in. And then as you breathe out, coming back to the center, we're going to take our hands, pop them onto the mat in front of you, having your right hand inside of your right knee this time. And then you're going to take your left arm, reach it up and away towards the ceiling, feeling that good rotational stretch through your spine, feeling that good opening up through the left side of your chest, and just a little bit of pressure into the right leg with that right arm. So you feel that good opening up through the right hip. Excellent. Just reaching away, just taking another deep breath in and then breathing out and releasing. Coming into your upright position, we're just going to come up into standing and finishing off in our standing position. So just standing with your feet underneath your hips, doing some nice big shoulder rolls, releasing off through the upper body. And then when you're ready, just settling those shoulders in the center, pop your hands behind your back. Take your right ear to right shoulder. Feel that good stretch through the side of the neck, down into the shoulder on that left side. So really think about sinking that left shoulder down. And then if you want to give yourself a little bit of overpressure, just take your right hand, pop it to the side of the head, and just gently take your head just a little bit further to the side now. Again, nice deep breaths in, long slow breaths out. Excellent. Okay, from there, just move your hand more to the back of the head. Take the head down towards the floor, but keep it on its side. And you should feel that deeper stretch heading down into the shoulder blade area. Excellent. So really important just to release any tension in through the tops of the shoulders and the neck. Thinking about that when you're running as well. So you're thinking about sinking those shoulders down, releasing any tension that you might be holding there. Big breath in. And then breathe out and release. We're going to swap sides, okay? So just taking your left ear to left shoulder to start with. Sink that right shoulder down, feeling that stretch through the top of the shoulder and up into the neck. And then take your left hand, just pop it to the side of the head. Just give yourself a little bit of overpressure. Feel that nice stretch as you take some nice deep breaths in. Excellent. And then move your hand more to the back of the head. Keep the head on its side, but take the head down towards the floor. Sink that right shoulder down that little bit more to feel that extra stretch heading down towards the shoulder blade. Well done. Take a big breath in there and then breathing out and releasing. Good. We're going to interlace our hands, reach the arms forwards, round through the shoulders now. Take your chin to your chest, push those hands away from you as you take a big breath in, and then as you breathe out, reach the arms up to the ceiling. Push the hands away from you there, taking a nice deep breath in and breathe out and release. We're going to finish off with our roll down. So taking your deep breath in as you breathe out, tuck the chin down, release through the neck, through the top part of the back, through the mid part of the back, through the low part, through the pelvis. Go to where you feel comfortable, taking a big breath in when you get there. And then as you breathe out, tuck the tailbone underneath you, slowly put the weight back through the spine, just one vertebrae at a time. And then lastly, just coming up with your head and neck. Excellent, well done guys. So I hope you enjoyed that. So good upper body session just to work on. If you know that you are a bit weaker through that upper body or perhaps a bit stiff, then those exercises will be great to address those areas, which is all going to be helping smash those PBs. So good luck to everybody in the Runderwear Festival of Running. I'm joining in too, so I look forward to seeing you on those leaderboards, and have a great run. Any problems, any questions, please feel free just to pop a comment in the comments box and we will get back to you. Thanks guys.